Okay, so I'm Candy Cleland. I'm the costumer director at Stage Left Players down in Lisbon, and I've been waiting for the call from the hospital for making some of these face masks. I know they're not ideal, but that call came today, and so I'm making a tutorial using the parameters and the guidelines they want for their face masks. I know there's a lot out there. I've already made some for family members who are nurses, but they're not the same as what we've got from Salem Regional Medical Center. So I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. This is what they want. This is what I know I can give them, and I know you can give them as well. These are the supplies you need to create a Salem Regional Medical Center mask. For one mask, you need one rectangle of polyester fabric, 9 by 7 inches, 2 rectangles of cotton fabric, 9 by 4 inches, 2 pieces of 7-inch narrow elastic, and then, of course, your pins, thread, that kind of thing. I used the rotary cutter so that I could cut multiple masks out at the same time and then create them in an assembly line fashion. Stacks. I cut out my polyester 9 by 7 squares. I've got my cotton pre-washed 9 by 4 inch rectangles. And then I've got my elastic pieces already pre-cut to 7 inches. So it's easiest to finger press your one edge of the rectangle, the cut rectangle down, and then fold it under, and then just put it under your pressure foot, and you just stitch on. And there's really no pinning involved at this point. And then you just go and you get the next piece, and you finger press that along best you can, and you're ready to feed the next one in. This way you can continually do this process. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, now we've got to pleat this, and that's what's going to help the mask curve to the face. So what you want to do is just kind of pinch it and fold it up and put a pin in each end, and then do the same thing again. Now, you've got to have enough of a pleat so it's going to really form to the face. So I'm looking at like 4 inches, 4.5 inches in order to achieve that. And then what we're going to do is just stitch down here to keep those pleats in place. So I would do that on both sides. Right now I'll just make a real short seam, narrow, just to keep those pleats in place. And then you'll go ahead and do the other side. Okay, so we have our pleated piece of polyester, and we have this, our 2 pieces of cotton that are going to become that envelope so the hospital can insert their felt. So what you want to do is put the right sides together, and I'm going to stitch all the way across the top edge with that 1/4 inch seam. And I back stitch a little bit so that it's there. And you don't see me pinning anything. Not really necessary. Again, back stitch at the end. And then you're going to take the other piece. Remember, you've got your right sides together, and you're just going to match the other long edge of the polyester. Okay, run the other side. Okay, match it up as I go. And if it's not perfect, we'll keep doing. So the next step is I'm using the elastics, and what I'm going to do is I'm
you can see what this looks like now. I'm going to put the piece of elastic to the inside and fold that flap down. And then I'm coming over and I'm going to sew over that and back and come back forward. And I'm going to take that piece of elastic, make sure it's smooth, curve it down till it lines up at the bottom edge and flip that up. And then these pieces are going to overlap to create that envelope. So I'm just going to continue sewing. And we're going to go around the outside of this later, so it'll be all tight and trimmed up. And making sure I'm going to catch the elastic at the bottom and go back and forth for that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And you'll see when we flip it open, it's all ready to go. So again, take your piece of elastic, open this up, lay it in there, and then pull this down, and we're going to sew right over that edge. And go back and forth to keep that elastic in there. Then you want to make sure that it's nice and flat. You loop it down here to the bottom edge, and then make sure your envelope is the right flap's folding over the correct way. To the bottom, and again back and forth. All right, and then I'm going to trim my threads, and we're going to turn this inside out and kind of see what it looks like. So when you flip it inside out, your elastics are already there, and then you've got this nice pocket. Straighten it all out. When you pull on the elastic, it's going to pull the corners, and then your pocket for them to put the felt in is right there. Now, my final step, just to reinforce everything, I'm going to go to the ironing board, flatten this out, and then I'm going to stitch continuously all the way around here. My 4-inch piece, and I'm gonna just say this is the top. I'm gonna put it up inside here. I don't know if you can see that. Just kind of lay it across the middle, and then fold down over there and really just pull it up to this. You know, it might be smart at this point to use a zipper foot. And kind of let it push against that. Feeling where that is. Okay. Now, the hospital says they're going to wash these, of course, when they first get them. And they also ask you if you are at home and not feeling well or with people that may be compromised, you really can't help them out because they don't need germ-infested things coming there. So, hoping this little act will help, and hoping that gives a little more clarification on the instructions in the PDF file. All right, thanks for all you do. Bye.